howdy. Hey y'all, and good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 5th. All right, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. I am the chatty teacher. Hello, how are you? And y'all are on a week in the life with me. Yes, that's what we're trying to do. All right, a week in the life with me. High school edition. So actually I should say parent-teacher night edition. Parent-teacher conferences edition. There we go. So I'm on my way to work. It is 8:07, so I'm on time, kind of not on time, but on time for me. Today, it's kind of pretty basic as far as my classes go. The psychology class is doing the Encanto personality analysis task, where they analyze each character based on the Jungian archetypes that we talked about last week and that the kids broke down and put in their own words. And, should I raise this up? Let me raise this up. Better angle. And for world history, they are completing the scientific revolution stations that we started yesterday. Since they did so well with the station activity last week on Enlightenment thinkers, they are going to do the scientific revolution stations, where they look at different inventors of the scientific revolution, different thinkers like Isaac Newton, like Francis Bacon, like Copernicus, like Kepler, things like that. And they work together to complete critical thinking questions. So the answer is not boom right there in your face. You have to piece some information together, which I personally like. So that's what they are doing today. I also have a conference, a pre-observation conference with my principal today at the end, no, during my planning period. Hopefully that doesn't take long, because that's normally when I eat lunch. So hopefully that doesn't take long. I also have, so that pre-observation conference means that I'm going to get observed probably between this week and next week, because spring break starts Thursday. So between, put it this way, between this Wednesday and next Wednesday, I'll expect a full conference or a full observation from her. Her being my principal. For tomorrow, I have a observation with some third party, and I don't mean to do it like that, but a third party source who observes us. I don't want to give the name of the company, but a third party source who's paid to come in and observe us to determine whether our teaching styles are effective and if we are producing enough rigor in, or excuse me, implementing enough rigor in our classes with our content, and producing tasks or assignments that engage not only the students with what's going on with the current content, but as well as how that content fits in contemporary or everyday life. So how is it applicable? Why are we talking about it, basically? How does it apply? Also need to create a mid-station wrap-up activity. So my last station activity, they had a chart where you had to discuss or briefly describe the ideas of the Enlightenment thinkers and how it's evident today. I think I'm going to reproduce something like that for this activity as well, because it allowed the students to really see, to break it down visually. You know, I like graphic organizers, so I'm a fan. I think I'm going to complete that today, so that way for Friday, their in-class free write activity is going to be basically give me 2 to 3 scientific revolution inventors and thinkers, and how their theories are applicable or evident today. I like that question, so I think I'm going to stay with that. Just so it doesn't fall through. You good?
How do you know?
What?
You're not really. Also, look at orange. Well, you can also.
Hey y'all, so it is observation day. I'm being observed, not in this class, but the next class, but I probably won't have time to get that set up, so I just wanted to get this started. So y'all will be able to see what they see very briefly. You won't be able to see the kids, but you'll be able to hear me. So you'll see me next period. Here we go. 8 hours later. Hi, howdy. Hey y'all, so it is 4:13 on Wednesday. So remember how I said earlier today that I was going to record as I was being observed so that y'all could kind of see how I teach, blah, blah, blah. So I forgot. That's my bad. I totally forgot and did not remember until, of course, the bell rang. So I will say, I had every intention to start that camera, right? This lady literally walked in as soon as the bell rang. She walked right in. And so as soon as my third period kids left, she came right in. Like, I didn't have time to really say goodbye. I didn't have time to close the door and get myself mentally prepared because she came right in. Hi, Jessica. And to keep from being annoyed, because I and possibly and other teachers, once they stop with one class, they would kind of like a minute to reset so that they can get ready for the next class. She did not allow me my minute to reset. So as she comes in and, you know, she's introducing herself and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I have to get stuff. Well, is there any specific spot that you want me to sit? And what about this? And it's like, sis, and I wanted to say this, like, sis, I actually have a class to get ready for. You just have to sit down and open up your computer. So stop talking to me. But you can't do that because I didn't want to be rude, because I was rude to the last observer I had last year. But that's because he deserved rudeness. So you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Blink, 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 blink. Anyways, so she came in, and again, I really did not have time to kind of get myself set, ready, or prepared to record. So I hate to say it, but y'all missed out on a pretty good lesson. That was my fault. Anywhoosie, hopefully she was interested, even if she wasn't. Not a problem for me. But don't worry, because I have another observation on Monday, because at the last minute, people realized, oh, I have to do observations before spring break, and next week seems to be spring break. So, yeah. So maybe you guys can catch that one. Either way, though, it was a pretty decent day. The kids, I'll show you what they did. Oh, I forgot I didn't get a chance to show you guys psychology. So for psychology, I'll go to Monday. All right, so we had the Encanto personality analysis. Now I'm going to go to Monday because I believe this one will show up, yeah, even better. So what I did, let me try to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so what I did, based on the Jungian archetypes that we've talked about concerning personality, there are about 12 of them. What the kids have to do is, based on that information, and we talked about this for days, they've done a breakdown, they are familiar with this information. They have to assign an archetype to each character. So I did the first one. So Luis is the caregiver or the rescuer. And then in these additional boxes, they have to watch the movie and fill in what traits make up the rescuer or the caregiver. And then at the bottom, why do you think she felt so much pressure being the oldest? So this is a pull to Adler's theory about birth order. Same thing with Isabella. They have to figure out which archetype she is, and then what details does she show, or how does she demonstrate those traits of that archetype? And then in what ways does she demonstrate identity versus role confusion? So that's a pull from, I believe, Kohlberg or Erickson. I always get them confused, but that's a pull from last chapter when it comes to development. I was about to say professional development. Definitely not it. But that pulls from development. So we have Mirabelle. How does she experience industry versus inferiority, which was a pull from last chapter. Bruno, we're talking about which stage of moral development is he in? Why does he choose not to use his gifts? You have Camilo. This was a pretty basic question. How do you think he's viewed? Because I was running out of information. You have Antonio, Dolores, Peppa, and Alma, the grandmother. Child, when I tell you this took me forever to make, and then when I realized how I could do it quickly, I had to do these 3 slides on Monday. I did them within a period, like boop, 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 done. The biggest thing was just trying to make sure it was uploaded correctly, like, girl. So that was psychology. Now for world history, what the students did This is not it. So they completed their scientific revolution stations. Once again, I bought that on Teachers Pay Teachers, so I can't really share that. But each of the Enlightenment thinkers during that time, so you'll see on this graphic organizer, or excuse me, not Enlightenment thinkers, the scientific revolution thinkers at this time. So you got Newton, you got Francis Bacon, Galileo, Descartes, which I never said correctly, Kepler, Brahe, and then you have Copernicus. I don't know why he's upside down, but you do have Copernicus down here. And so what students had to do based on the readings and the information in their stations, and I had a digital version of their station readings available. And again, because I bought that on Teachers Pay Teachers and their copyright issues, I can't show you that. So what we did was read the different readings once again, and they just had to pick out the ideas of these thinkers and then tell me how these ideas are evident today. So this is going to help organize their ideas for the in-class free write tomorrow, which is going to be describe 2 to 3 scientific revolution thinkers, their ideas, and how those ideas are evident in today's society. So essentially that's what they had to complete today. So it did take us the majority of the period. We did not finish, which is perfectly fine, because that gives us time tomorrow to get ourselves together. And tomorrow is going to be a half day because we have parent-teacher conferences, so y'all get to come to that too. All right, and those start, so we work essentially, if I was on a normal schedule, I would be here from the start of the day until essentially 7 o'clock p.m. With no overtime pay. Not at all. These are all additional hours that we do not get paid for. So we do a double shift, essentially. So we work from the start of the school day till about 6 period. That's the half day the kids go home. Then we might get 25, 30 minutes for lunch. And then from there, we are on from, let's say, 12:30 until 6:30. So to me, that's a double shift. That is a double shift with no additional pay. Nothing. And then we have school Friday. Now, I've heard, which is very strange, and I think it's wonderful, that schools who do operate parent-teacher conferences like this, where the teachers are expected to stay, they are given the day off the next day. So when parent-teacher night is Thursday, they have Friday off. And I don't think it's a professional development. I just think it's off. Or maybe the students have off, but the teachers have a professional development. It's just one of those situations where there are no actual students in the school, so no actual instruction is required. With us, however, we have the teaching day. Even though it's a half day, we have a teaching day where actual instruction is expected to be taught. Then we have parent-teacher conferences for 6.5 hours, where sometimes for 5 hours you won't see a single parent. And then they all flood you within the last 30 minutes, telling you all about their life story. Like you weren't just at work for 2 shifts with no extra pay and no free meals. So then we have school the next day, full day, no half day, no dress down, no nothing. You are full day, full academic expectations, full content, full rigor. After being in the school the day before for 12 hours, after being in the school the day before that for 8+, after being in the school the day before that, 8+. But I really do apologize for the fact that I missed out on recording my daggone observation, because that was a good lesson. That was a really good lesson, and the kids were in it. I had to tell them, like, look, stop putting on for your city because there is a whole new person in this room. Please don't do that. I already told y'all she was coming. I told y'all she was coming. So why are you out here faking like turkey bacon, like acting like you this? Yeah, you not this. Stop it. This is not y'all. Stop. Relax. Do a reset, because y'all trying to do too much, and it's turning out looking like a whole lot of nothing. So stop. Let's do a reset. Read the information that's in front of you. Stop trying to do all this abstract thinking. Start from the basics. Read what's in front of you. Go from the clues that are presented. Once you have the clues presented, now start to build upon that. But you can't just start thinking critically if you're not processing the information in front of you. And this is the 3rd time y'all done see. Like, why are you confused? So I was like, all right, stop. Because I'm asking y'all a very basic question. The question is, like, I highlighted it, so you know it's the answer, because I highlighted it. I'm phrasing the question so that you are seeing context clues from the answer And you still like, give me a minute, give me a minute. If you carry the one, like, what are you doing? I said, all right, y'all stop, because y'all finna make me frustrated in here, and I do not want to act my whole ethnicity in this classroom this early in the day in front of this lady. Please don't make me do this to her. Don't make her uncomfortable, because I am sure she has not seen the roots and the heritage that I hold so dear and can tap into like no, not one. Please don't do this. I said, don't do this. Don't embarrass yourselves trying to do too much. I'm not going to be embarrassed. I will, however, take pleasure in embarrassing you. Because guess who's still going to be marked effective? Guess who's still going to be seen as effective? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. So once we had that little come to Jesus, once we had our little, we had our little tete-a-tete, little chit-chat, folks got back to normal. So I was good with that. And the crazy thing is, this wasn't even the lady who was supposed to be observing me. This is not the name that she said. Because when my in-class support teacher, the special ed teacher came in, he was like, I don't know that lady. She is not the lady that did my stuff. I said, I don't know who she is either. And I don't have no cut cards. I don't know who she is either. She just came in here saying she observing, whatever, sit down. I don't know her. Like, she was like, can I get a chair? Yeah, but you're going to have to get it yourself because I got to get ready for this next class. I'm sorry, but look, once you walk into the Superdome, once you walk into the reign of terror, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you, because for the next 47 minutes, your needs, wants, and concerns have nothing to do with me. I do not care. You come in here looking for what you need to look for. I come in here doing my job. Bye, girl. Bye. Hey, howdy. Hey, y'all, and good morning. Today is Thursday. Sorry for all the movement. Today is Thursday, April 2022. Thank you for coming back and joining me. So today is parent-teacher conference. I gotta work on my excited face, I guess. Anyway, so I'm headed to school at this point. It's 8:12. Today is a half day because everything is abbreviated. So I have to be to school a little bit earlier than usual. Because honestly, I'm not really sure what time, the schedules go, what time the periods, and I'm not sure of anything. I just know where to show up, when to clock in, where to be. That's it, honey. That's it. That's all I bother myself with knowing. And then how to take attendance. And, the other daily functions of, being a teacher. Ooh, y'all. Okay, so I'm on my way home again. So parent-teacher conferences, I had to leave early because I had to get my kids. I was supposed to be there till 6:30. Had to leave at like 3:30 and then got pulled into a conference at the last minute with the student's mom, who was going through, apparently, because the student they like to fail my class. And well, what can they do? Their work. Is there anything they can do? Their work. Well, how can they pass? Do their work. Like, I'm sorry, your crocodile tears is not going to move me. And she started crying because her thing was, I didn't come up here to be embarrassed. You shouldn't be embarrassed. This isn't you. And I said, you might not feel this way, but this has no bearing on who you are as a parent. This is about your child being trifling. And think about how you were as a young person. You had to, I got to put you down the police. But what are you embarrassed for? This is not I understand why you're holding it, because of pride. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Think about when you were a young person. You had to go through some come to Jesus moments to realize, I don't have it all together. Shit, this child got to do the same thing. If you want to feel bad about it, you have every right to feel bad about it. I'm not looking at your parenting. I'm just saying there's some things that maybe you should take away now. Her phone, This child does not need to be on the phone because the phone is keeping her from doing her work. 3 tests she failed because she chose not to do them. You think you're gonna pass? I'm no mathematician, but I know that math ain't mathin'. Y'all, so this is a complete throw together. Jacket, Old Navy, shirt, H&M, pink shirt, pink pants, Old Navy, shoes, Nike. Hey y'all, so it is the end of the day on Friday. It is 3:29. I'm exhausted. Number one. So very quickly, the classes today, they all had writing. They all had some type of in-class free write. So the psychology classes did an in-class free write on their Encanto personality analysis, in which they had to give me 10 to 15 sentences. Which character or characters do you relate to the most? Why? What traits do you have in common? And then what advice could you provide for that character and characters and essentially yourself that would help you to evolve and progress into a different person or a more self-actualized person? Like, what advice can you give yourself to, or give this character to be better, do better, feel better? Oh, sorry y'all, you know how it goes around here. And then for the world history classes, they were doing an in-class free write on the scientific revolution stations, which you saw clipped earlier in the video. And that was compare. For one class, it was compare and contrast. For the other classes, it was just compare. Pick your battles, honey. Pick your battles. At this point in the year, you know what classes can handle what type of rigor. Pick your battles. So it was compare for some class, compare and contrast, 2 to 3 ideas of the scientific revolution thinkers. Tell me why those ideas are similar, what makes some certain things different, and then how are these ideas evident or present in life today? So the good thing is, give me 1 second, I can show you. So what I did was I made this a chart. So I took all of the revolution or the scientific revolution thinkers that we did stations on, put them all right here, put their ideas or made space for their ideas, and then how are these ideas evident today? So using the reading that they had from the scientific revolution stations, and what I did was I just put the reading on the projector and highlighted certain things, like basically baiting them for the question. So like for Newton, what laws or theories did Newton actually test? So then they look for, what did he test? Well, oh, he tested this and he tested that. And then, how are these things evident today? So in doing this, they're able to kind of see, oh, well, this one and this one, and then we have this one and this one, and this one and this one. So they're able to break it down further. Some of them really like the graphic organizers because it helps to organize their thoughts, because again, they had to compare or contrast 2 to 3 of these thinkers, right? Compare their ideas. How are they similar? Blah, blah, blah. Well, the good thing is we went over this already. So they have all of these things. And I would type it here so that way they would see it on the board there. And, you know, just make it bold, whatever. So we have the same information. And then again, how are these things evident today? So essentially all they had to do was turn this and this column into sentences. And they were able to answer the question. And as easy as that was, I still have students who refuse to do it. One student in particular, I was like, look, let's just cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. We've been here over 140 days. What's that? Is you or ain't you? Is you is or is you ain't? Because you're on the phone. This is the 4th time I done said something to you. You're keeping this other person from doing their work. You're keeping this person from doing their work. So I'm going to just focus on you. Because we here. Is you is or is you ain't? Because if you is, that's fine. I'll provide the help that you need. If you need it, I'm available. If you ain't, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and put the zeros in now. That way we don't have to play. We don't have to play. It's like, come on. We don't have to play. He said, I is, ended up, I ain't. That's fine, because that means I can get a jump start on grades, and going into the weekend, you good to go. You know what I'm saying? You can already see what you ain't earned. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Just start asking the kids from the giddy up. Do you have any intention on completing? If not, let me know, so that way I don't have to dedicate time and energy to what you ain't gonna do. I mean, I already knew the child wasn't gonna do it. Like 140 plus days. You get to know people. I already knew the child wasn't gonna do it. But, you know, the law says I have to, you know, I still gotta put it out there. I put it out there. I threw it. He didn't receive. They didn't receive. What am I gonna do? Shoot, he did me a favor because now instead of actually reading and trying to go through his work, missing, and it's not make upable. Hello! Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We got 30 plus days left. You gonna be sorry, not me. All right, y'all. So it is after school on a Friday. I'm going to end the vlog here for today. I finished kind of putting in some grades for my last class, so that way I could kind of get a head start on Monday. I was able to get the Canvas shells together for next week, so I just kind of have to fill those in with information because, of course, bright and early Monday morning, I have another observation because folks are moving last minute and piecemeal to get their stuff together, so they inconvenience me. But that's fine. I already have some ideas as to what we're going to do, so I just have to put it together, make it make sense, find X, Y, and Z, and work my teacher magic. But I'm gonna end it here, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing. Please make sure that you comment, interact with me. Let me know what's going on. I love to hear from you guys. Let me know what else or other type of content that you want to see. But be beautiful, be sweet, be blessed, or don't be. Your body, your choice. But I will catch y'all next time. Later, Gators.